What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. So I just watched this duel and it was actually very interesting. And a lot of people, I think, have discounted the plant engine because of Dandelion getting banned in the TCG and the fact that, when the Aroma Link Monster come out and when Christian Needle Fiber come out, the cards won't be nearly as strong because of that. But I am not so sure. Some of these plays are still incredibly powerful even under the TCG ban list. No Level Eater, no Dandelion, no problem. I personally still believe though that Lonefire Blossom is going to get itself banned before the end of the year. If it was up to me, Lonefire Blossom would be banned probably, I don't know, maybe like by September or something. I still think that just at the core, it's still pretty like insane that a card can summon an entire type to the field. Like I said it before, what if Dragons or Machines had a Lonefire Blossom? Like you'd be like, that card's broken, but it's okay for plants. I don't know about that. Anyways, Trickstar at the top. This kind of Traptrix plant hybrid at the bottom, and unfortunately he gets caught with the Ash Blossom. That was like the perfect card to actually Ash Blossom right there too, because his hand is actually not so bueno. I think it's actually perfect because he does have two copies of Trickstar Candina in your hand, and you never really want to have two Candinas, but it's okay. You still have potential for burn. I think that as good as Scapegoat is, I would arguably rather have Reincarnation, maybe just to possibly disrupt the hand. So he's going to pitch that artifact site for a copy of Brilliant Fusion once he gets his other Predaplant, Darling Cobra on the field. You see that? I think he already has another Brilliant Fusion set. Yeah, he's going to activate it. So now he gets the Trick Clown in the graveyard. Okay, he's going to tribute that for Glow Up Bulb. Now he goes for Stardust Charge Warrior. He's burning himself pretty hard this entire time. He's now right about 4,500 damage. Both Lycoris are going to go down. And he's going to set a card. Scapegoat in the end phase looks like it can be extremely powerful, getting 4 tokens. This is something that actually bugs me. I don't know how many Trickstar players out there just forget that, not Lycoris, but Light Stage has that lockdown effect. It is baffling to me. I wish to God that Ultra Guys had a card that just locked down back row. Like, it is amazing how many people forget that, because it's literally the first thing that I do every turn when I play Trickstars and I have Light Stage up, is I just go lock your back row, because there's like no downside in it. And so many people like summon before doing that, and I think it's like ridiculous. You see, he summons Candina, he falls into a Floodgate Trap one. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You do realize you had a 50% chance of locking that card down. If you lock that card down, you get to do whatever you want. I probably would have locked it down, then went into my extra deck before I summoned Candina, because I probably want to get Lycoris back, to be honest, and I probably want to go for like Lilybell. He goes for Firewall Dragon. I don't know why. Borolo Dragon was probably a lot better. So yeah, I think this Trickstar guy is just terrible, to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it. And I'm looking at this duel in hindsight. Scapegoat is going to be activated during the end phase, so Trickstar Reincarnation doesn't really do that much. I think he's going to go for Skull Dread, put the copy of Brilliant Fusion back in his deck. And now there's my buddy Damage Juggler on field. I love seeing that guy. Gets Ash Blossom. He's going to go for Black Rose. Does not activate the effect. Although, actually, now that I think about it, he could activate Black Rose's other effect, and he could put the Trickstar Candina in attack mode and make her have 0 attack. I think he should do that, because he knows it's a Candina face down. Why not? It would just be more damage. Holy crap, I didn't even think about that. But instead, he goes for Crystal Wing Single Dragon. So actually, now that I think about it, he misplayed. He has a Glow Bulb in his graveyard, right? Like, Glow Bulb's not doing anything. He should have activated Black Rose's effect. Then he should have went for the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, because it just would have done way more damage. And I think he just wins this turn. If he doesn't win this turn, yeah, he just would have won that turn anyway. So he goes for Borolo Dragon. Let's see, your boy Hat Tricker putting in, not Hat Tricker, but Damage Juggler putting in putting in that work right there. So yeah, he actually misplayed there. He should have did that. Unless unless I'm too old and I'm forgetting how Black Rose works. I believe it has to be a monster face down, and then you flip it face up, and then you make the attack of the monster 0. It only punishes you if it's like if it's a flip monster. But anyways, he gets his Firewall Dragon kind of snatch stole by Borreload, and yeah, there was a lot about that duel that didn't make sense, but I did actually like the plant engine and what it was able to do. I do believe that it is super susceptible to Ash Blossom, because Lonefire can be stopped, the Predaplant cards can be stopped, and a lot of the cards kind of summon from the deck or search cards from the deck and whatnot. Let me go ahead and show people the deck just in case they're interested in looking at it. This Trickstar player, oh my god, he was one of the worst I've seen in quite some time. So this is interesting. He calls the deck Pat, and I guess that stands for Plant Artifact Trap Tricks. And I guess it's a cool kind of combination of sorts. I think his artifact lineup is pretty spot on. I imagine that Lancia is in here specifically for Evenly Match. I can't prove that, but I think that's like the main card it really counters. I know there's a couple of other things in there, but I feel like that's the main thing. I actually see too many people, in my opinion, running like 3 copies sometimes of like Artifact Morale Tech, and just makes your deck really bricky. I know you don't want to dead draw Sanctum, but I feel like if you run too many artifacts, like more than 4, then you're increasing your odds of drawing them, and drawing artifacts is never really a good thing. I don't think you really want to draw artifacts in many situations. So looks like he's just running 1, 1, and 1, and even if Sanctum is dead, you can set it. Hopefully your opponent will try to blow it up blindly, and you'll end up getting a card. But yeah, I don't feel like you should run that many of the artifacts. The rest of his main deck looks actually pretty good. I would like to see a Soul Charge in here. I feel like, because I kind of feel like Lone Fire Blossom and Soul Charge are just tied at the hip, because Lone Fire Blossom begets another Lone Fire Blossom. So once you get 1, you kind of get 3 in the grave easily. And then when you throw in the Predaplant engine in there, it's like a lot of times you're getting like 6 cards in the graveyard off of a single Lone Fire Blossom, especially if you go all the way to Skull Dread. So I don't know. I feel like Soul Charge kind of has to work its way into this deck, especially if you summon back 4 monsters, maybe 5 with Soul Charge. It's not like you can't fall back on all of these traps, like, in addition to, well, no, Scapegoat won't do that much in that case. Your monster zones will be all blocked up, but you can fall back on your Bottomless, your trap holes, your maybe a Strike or something like that. So it's not like he won't have ways of defending himself. He also has Ash Blossom and whatnot, but just a little interesting deck that I saw. Now, this deck is not TCG legal. Maybe in Flames of Destruction we'll get the couple of link cards you guys saw in here, but it shows you that the Plant Engine can still go very far even without Dandelion.